Alright, time for some Patreon requests, and the first one we're going to do tonight is from Alistair Boneman, who asked me to do a crossover that I think a lot of us have thought of, and hopefully maybe Disney will let this happen. Maybe we can get this from Dynamite and IDW, of TMNT and Gargoyles. So yeah, Gargoyles TMNT crossover. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's get started with this story. And this basically is going to focus on two characters in particular, Raphael and Brooklyn. So the story begins with the turtles just kind of out on patrol. They're out on patrol roughly the same time the Gargoyles are. Now, the Gargoyles and the Ninja Turtles aren't really aware of each other. New York is such a big city, and there's a lot of rumors and hearsay. There's a lot of, like, alligators in the sewers and shit like that. They're all like the Gargoyles think the Ninja Turtles could be real. Like, they've encountered enough where it's like, well, it might be real, but we just don't have time for that. Like, we're dealing with Xanatos and, Demona and all of that. We really don't have time to investigate, like, turtles in the sewer. If they're not bothering anybody, then why should we bother them? Like, they understand, like, they've heard rumors of them saving people, so they're like, yeah, why would we go after someone, even if they're real? Why would we go investigate that? And on the turtle side of things, the turtles have heard, like, of gargoyles, like, skulking around in the skies above. And Michelangelo's always been like, dude, we gotta see if the gargoyles are real, And Donatello's like, that's stupid, Mikey, come on. And Leo's just like, Mikey, he's right. Mikey, Donnie's right. Right. There's, if they're real, they're not bothering anybody. If they're out here saving people, then, why should we bother them? And Donnie's like, yeah, plus, gargoyles for real, they might just be mutants. They might just be, mutants by any standard. And then Mikey's like, yeah, but we've encountered magic stuff before. They could be that magic stuff could be real, and we've encountered monsters that aren't mutants. And Donnie's like, I hate when you do that. I hate when you bring in logic into it. When Michelangelo actually uses his brain and uses logic. Crap! I hate when he does that. So the two teams are on their respective patrols, and shit goes sideways for both roughly at the same time. For the Turtles, they fall under attack by the Steel Clan. And they're like, these are not Mausers. Like, they think, at first they think it's like some new kind of weapon from Stockman. Nope. No. They are, Steel Clan robots. And they're like, maybe it's a new kind of Footbot. And then they're like, why would they make it look like a gargoyle? And Leo's like, who cares? Take them out, please. So the Turtles battle them, but unfortunately, the Steel Clan was used as a distraction, and that's when the real problem comes in. That real problem is the pack. So yeah, the pack shows up, and the Gargoyles get captured. Excuse me, not the Gargoyles. The Turtles get captured. However, one managed to get away. Raphael, during the fight, he battled Hyena, and she kicked him off the side of the building and into a dumpster. And Jackal is just like, screw it, we're on a time schedule. Leave it be. He's probably dead. Let's go. So Raph is like, I'm gonna find whoever kidnapped my brothers, and I'm going to kill all of them. However, while this is going on, the Gargoyles are surprised by none other than the Gargoyles are surprised by Bebop and Rocksteady, as well as several foot ninjas, and they're like, oh, we've heard about these guys, we've heard rumors about them, but holy crap, they're real. So the Gargoyles do battle with Bebop and Rocksteady, as well as the foot ninjas, and just like them, they get captured and taken away. However, Brooklyn managed to get away. He managed to get away, and he manages to make it to Elise's house, to Elise's apartment, and he's just like, I just lost all of them. I just some ninjas came out and attacked us, and she's like, ninjas, and he's like, I know how that sounds, but I just lost, like, my entire family's been captured. I don't know what to do. Can you put up like, is there a way we can find, like, track them? During the fight, he did manage to, like, steal one of the, like, gloves of the ninjas. He managed to, like, rip it off as he's trying to get away. So, they take it to forensics. Roughly at that same time, someone's trying to get info of also his own, info on who these guys are with April's help. Yeah, Raphael, of course, when he went back to his home, he went back to the sewer to tell Master Splinter that that his brothers are gone. So, yeah, they go to April. Yeah, they go to April helps Raphael go, like, try to pull up, like, some police records on who they are. It's the Pack, and they're like, these guys are, like, said to be cybernetically and genetically enhanced. They've been known to work with David Xanatos, and he's like, that billionaire jackass with this castle with a castle in the sky. All right, I'm gonna have to find out where these guys are. And she's like, I have no where that is. Like, maybe that would probably be in a police file. He's like, well, that's where I'm gonna go. So April and Raphael show up with just as Eliza and Brooklyn have arrived. So, of course, Brooklyn and Raphael get into a fight until they... obviously, it's the age-old Brooklyn, like, I don't know you, you don't know me kind of thing. So, yeah, Brooklyn and Raphael get into a fight until they're like, your family got captured? And he's like, yeah, my family got captured. And he's like, oh. What's up? And Raph says, look, man, we might have to kill some people to save our families. Are you going to be cool with that? And he's like... yeah, I'm really... like, Brooklyn goes, I'm really at peace with killing people. And he's like, nice. So, Brooklyn and Raphael team up to find out where their respective families have gone. It turns out that they've all been captured by Demona and the Shredder. So, Demona and the Shredder are working together, and you're wondering about the Steel Clan robots. The Steel Clan robots were basically reprogrammed Steel Clan robots that Demona had stolen and reprogrammed to flush out the turtles. And she employed the Pack because they'll go for anything for money. So yeah, it turns out that Shredder and Demona are working on an ancient spell that Shredder discovered from the Foot Clan's archives, deep in the old Shinto shrines of the Foot Clan, deep in the heart of Japan. He found it, and basically what it is a spell to bring about, to bring out a new, like, an army of an army of ancient demons. And with this army, he's gonna intend on bringing out a new era of the Foot Clan, and Demona's helping because she thinks, oh yeah, I'm just she tells Shredder, oh yeah, I'm just here to take out the Gargoyles. Like, I'm just here to take out our respective enemies. It's by means them just gonna take over this demonic army once you summon them and after backstabbing you, right? Totally, that's totally not what's gonna happen. So eventually, Raph and Brooklyn do find their way to deep into the heart of the Foot Clan's base and discover what's going on. They manage to break in and they have to fight their way. Basically, Raph and Brooklyn are they have to fight their way through. And before this, when they're trying to figure out where Shredder and Demona are, Demona points out yeah, we're missing some people, and Shredder's like, yeah, I'm missing one of the we're missing one of the brothers, and she's like, how quaint, we're missing one of the Gargoyles. And and she's like, that could be a threat to us. And of course Shredder agrees because he's like, he knows it's Raphael. Raphael is a threat. Any one of the turtles are a threat. And if you're wondering why they kidnapped both groups, is because in order to do this, they need a sacrifice. They need a certain number of inhuman blood to open up this army for an inhuman army. So that's how it kind of works. You need inhuman creatures for an inhuman army. And what better way than to sacrifice their worst enemies together and then bring about an apocalypse, right? Like, what better way than that? So Brooklyn and Raph managed to fight their way through like several people, like I said, the Pack, and who team up with Bebop and Rocksteady. They also fight their way through Baxter Stockman and Steel Clan, like Mauser Tech enhanced, Mauser and Krang Tech enhanced Steel Clan robots, until they eventually get to the base and free their families, and all team up to battle Shredder and Demona, who, Demona attempts to, like, backstab Shredder, and Shredder's like, oh no, I knew, like, did you, how dumb, he's like, bitch, how dumb do you think I am? I knew you were gonna try to betray me at some point, so I was just like, yeah, I know you're gonna try to do that. So that's why I did it first, that's why I made all these safeguards, and uses a magic spell to bind her. Shredder gets away, he also takes Demona with her, and the two groups are like, yeah, this was, we're finally meeting each other for the first time. This is a lot of fun. Meanwhile, Shredder's back in his lair, and he's like, a lot of people ask why I don't choose immortality if given the chance. It's too much pain. And then he reveals that he's been cutting up Demona and, cutting off her wings, tails, arms, and legs, and, leaving her this limbless, horror, and he's just been tearing her apart slowly just to prove, just to really dig the knife in. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much my TMNT, my TMNT Gargoyles crossover. I'd like to thank Alistair Boneman for this crossover, and as always, if you'd like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, where you guys can start sending me requests. When you hit the 4th tier, you guys can start sending me requests for videos to do here on YouTube. But other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.